Hello and Namaste. Welcome to the beautiful month of April 2020. Let's try to understand from the medium of tarot cards how this month of April will be for you and what are the exciting news that it will get for you based on your horoscope on your sun sign. Starting with the first sun sign, Aries. Let's try to understand Aries, how this month of April 2020 is going to be for you. Aries, if I try to explain to you about the career, I see some improvements, some reasons to celebrate and some reason for enjoyment as well. I also see that as far as your career is concerned, there is a mixture of wands and cups on the cards, which means that in terms of achievement of goals, you will be able to achieve the targets, the numbers that you have been aiming for. Also, Aries, I see that this month is very beautiful for you in terms of letting go of something of the past. The Hanged Man over here tells me that there will be a past habit, or maybe it can be to do something with the past, or it could also be that you will start venturing out for a new job or a new opportunity as well. So Aries, I think this month is excellent for you in terms of starting up something in your job, in your career, or even your business. Also, Aries, I see that there is a lot of emotional shedding out, which means that if at all you were not able to devote enough time and concentration on your business because of some emotional disturbances, I see that this month of April will help you to stabilize yourself a lot and move ahead so that you are able to cut down the bad pattern of emotions which were interfering in your work. Coming down to your love life or your personal life, Aries, I see that this month definitely will be a little slow as far as your relationships are concerned. I would suggest try not to enter into any kind of new commitment at least till the month of May 2020, Aries. It's also highly possible that if at all you were trying to enter into a partnership deal or some kind of business partnership with some other person, that person might reciprocate back to your query this month. And it's a high possibility that in terms of only business partnerships, this month will definitely be a little bit interesting, and also it can bring out some new opportunities for you, Aries. If I talk about your domestic life and how things will be at your family level, Aries, I see again a good cups card, which tells me that Aries, this month is full of celebrations and full of socializing with people. Also, Aries, I see that you will be catching up on your emotions a lot. So if at all you have been neglecting some kind of emotions in your life or relationships in your life, Aries, I think this is a beautiful month to try to fill up that space, that gap, and get back to your emotions and to your the relatives in your life. It's also a very good time, Aries, for you to apologize and acknowledge your feelings towards the other party. So Aries, the Six of Cups tells me that if at all till now you had been wondering whether you should speak to a person or not speak to a person, I think it's a great month to approach the person from your end and acknowledge. However, like I initially mentioned, avoid entering into a new commitment as such. However, for any kind of existing relationships that you have not been able to focus into for some or the other reason, I think it's a great month to cover up that gap. So all the best for this month, Aries. Have a beautiful month, April 2020 ahead. Coming down to the next sun sign, Taurus. So if you are a Taurus, let me see how this month of April 2020 will be for you. If I speak about your career, Taurus, I think it's a beautiful month where something unexpected will be coming your way. The Star card, which is a major arcana card, also tells me that something which you had been really hoping for a long time suddenly will start bringing out results. However, Taurus, I would advise not to invest your money into any venture or not to really take high risks this month. Maybe you can invest your money at a very low or medium risk venture, as I do see results coming out. Also, Taurus, I see that if you had been facing some kind of losses or some kind of stagnation in your finances or in your business till now, I think this month of April will be a month where suddenly you will stop experiencing losses, and if not profits, at least your finances will be stable also. Avoid entering into any kind of investments or huge expenditure until and unless it's an emergency situation, Taurus. Also, I see that it's a great month for you where you will involve yourself into some kind of learning or education course, some kind of grooming course as well. I see a lot of enhancement in your skills level, in your knowledge level, and in your education level also, Taurus. So that's a great, I think that's a great month in terms of career. Now let's see how your love life, how your personal life and domestic life will be, Taurus. I think in terms of your love life or your personal life, you might find it a little bit tough to understand the other party, or there could be a little bit of miscommunication with the other party. You might also feel that the other party is not understanding you, or somehow you are not able to communicate your feelings to the other party. Make sure whenever you enter into any kind of communication, you have a crystal clear conversation and avoid being diplomatic, Taurus, because it's not the best month for you to be diplomatic, but it's rather a time where you should be very direct, blunt and clear with your communication. Also, if I speak about how your emotions will be, somehow I feel that it is not the best month for you to work on your relationships, because it might be possible that no matter how much you do for the other person, he or she might always end up feeling that you are not up to the mark, Taurus. So maybe I think this is the month where you should rather invest your energies into your work, into your career, into your your individual growth, and less into your emotions and your relationships also. However, the good part about Taurus this month is that by the end of this month, there will be some progress, some improvements in your relationship. So irrespective of how the starting of the month will be, the last week of this month will definitely be good, and you will see improvements happening at the personal front also. So all the best, Taurus. Coming down to Gemini, so for all the gems, let's see how this month of April 2020 is going to be from the career aspect. So if I look at the career cards, if I look at your work cards, I think that it will be a very important month for you, because there is some kind of pending decision, some kind of pending agreement which you will be finally taking into or entering into this month. Also, I see that if at all you had been juggling mentally between two options or multiple options in your career, I think this is the month where you will finally decide on opting on one particular path and achieving some stability in terms of your own plans in your career. I think it's also a great month for you where you can apply for some kind of travel which is to do with work related, or some kind of PR or visa applications. I think this month, by the time the month comes to an end, I think it's a great time for you to start working on your traveling plans as well. It could be to do with your higher education, or maybe just to do with applying for a job in some other country, etc. But I think by the time this month comes to an end, you should definitely look into your your application processes for as as far as the other countries are involved. Also, I see that in terms of your job or your career, you will be able to achieve a new level, a new designation, or a new profile as well. There's a very high possibility that if at all you have been trying for some kind of project to come into your own portfolio, it might just happen this month for you, Gemini. And if I talk about your business cards, I think it's a beautiful month where by the time the month comes to an end, I think you will be finally able to kickstart your business once again. And I also see that a good amount of planning and a good amount of energy is being given into your business. So in a nutshell, even if the month starts even if the month starts low and you might be still figuring out ways mentally, by the time this month comes to an end, Gemini, I see some results coming in. So all the best for that. Coming down to your love life, Gemini, let's see how your personal life, your domestic life and your relationships will be this month. Gemini, I see some kind of possessiveness in the cards for this month. Try not to be too rigid or firm with your friends or with your relatives, as this might cause some kind of distancing between both of you all. Also, if at all you are in a relationship, try not to hold back your partner too much, or try not to have a questioning mind. Try to place 100% trust in your partner, because I don't think there's anything to doubt about. Holding back to your partner or becoming possessive about your partner can have an adverse impact. So be watchful of your behavior. Also, I see that there is a very high tendency of you using wrong words or incorrect words in your relationship. So if at all you are into a relationship, try to control your speed, try to control your anger, and don't just fire words at the other party, because the 8 of Wands tells me that the anger level, the energy level will be really high this month, and some kind of frustration from some other area might just come out on your relationship or on your friends, your relatives. So make sure you do enough meditation, Gemini, because you need to balance out the fire element in your life this month. Otherwise, it's a great month. All the best. Coming down to the next sun sign, that is Cancer. So all the Cancerians watching this video, let's talk about how your career will shape up, how your job, how your business and finances will shape up. I think it's a beautiful month in terms of finances. Especially I see some kind of pending amount or blocked amount from somewhere suddenly getting released this month, Cancerians. I also see that in terms of investments, you will be able to really build up on your knowledge and study and learn a lot about the right way of saving and investing. So even if the income might not increase, somehow your savings and your expenses might get well managed, as a result of which you will be having a net positive balance in your account and in your finances as well. Also, if I speak about your jobs, I feel that at the workplace, if at all you have been getting misunderstood, or if you feel that you are doing all the hard work but somehow you were not getting the due credit for that, I feel that this month is the month where finally you will be recognized and appreciated or looked upon for some kind of great deed or performance that you have done in your work as well. If I speak about your business also, or about how it will be overall, I think it's not a great time for you to enter into a new venture or maybe into a partnership for that matter, because I see that this is more of a recovering month where you are still trying to get over the losses which you have incurred in the recent past. So maybe you need to give it some time before you really try to get aggressive about your business. Now coming down to your love life, Cancerians, let's see how love life will be for you. I see some kind of communication gap being covered this month. It's highly possible that if at all you were not able to talk to your friend or your relative, or there was some kind of gap in terms of communication or understanding each other. Good part is that the month of April 2020 gives you the platform where you will be able to express and understand each other. Also, I see that overall it will be a new beginning, a new start to your relationships also. So if at all you had been thinking about starting something all afresh, or maybe giving your old relationship a new turn altogether, this is the month. April 2020 is the month for you, Cancerians, where I see the start of a new relationship, a new story altogether. Also, I see that your relationship with your own inner self will really improve this month. There will be small things that you will be doing this month, Cancerians, where you will suddenly start feeling that you don't have to depend on the other party to feel good. You can just do so many things by your own self and start feeling happy about it. So I think your relationships with the other person and even with your own self will definitely improve. So that's like a thumbs up from my end and from the tarot cards as well. So all the best, Cancerians. Have a blessed month 2020 April ahead. Leo, coming down to the next pack of cards for the sun sign Leo. So Leo, let's see how your career, how your work, how your business will be this month. Leo, you need to be careful and be really aware of the people who are always sugar coated and who try to act sweet on your face and who have some ill intention. I see some kind of backstabbing or cheating or lies being told to you. So even if Leo, you are slightly skeptical about a particular person in your job, in your office place, in your business venture, make sure you do not place some kind of financial investment on that person, or you don't take a decision based on that person's opinion, because I see it's not a great month for you to get your relationships into your work life. Okay, and as far as apart from that, if I see how your work life will be, I feel that somehow you will be able to complete lot of pending work, Leo, this month. I see there is some kind of baggage, some kind of past work which has been pending, which has been building up, and suddenly I see it will all calm down to an ease and to a soothing level also. Let me see a bit more in details. I think also, Leo, that it's a great month for you where some positive result is coming. So if at all you have given some examinations, or if you're waiting for some kind of interview result, or to hear back from some party or a person, this is the month where you will be able to get some finally good news. Most likely towards the 3rd or the 4th week of April is when I see something positive coming up. And if I talk about your finances, I would say that this is the month where you need to go all out and take some good risks and explore something which you really want to for a long time. I think it's high time you stop sitting and keep wondering what to do, what not to do. Go all out, discover, explore, and invest your time and money. All right, Leo. Coming down to your love life, let's see how your love life, how your emotions and your personal life is going to be. Leo, I see that it's a beautiful month where there is some kind of transition happening in your love life. So if at all you are into a relationship and you are seeking for a commitment, I feel that starting with the month of April and going somewhere till the month of June, there is going to be a next level evolution. Also, I see that if at all you are talking to someone and if you have been waiting for the right moment to strike the rod, I would say the iron is hot right now. Just go ahead and approach the person and give a kickstart, a new kickstart to your relationship altogether. Also, I see that if at all you have been thinking about doing something for somebody very dear in your life, I think this is the month where I really see a transition happening in your relationship overall with that person as well. So overall, I see relationships will be going to a transition altogether from A to B on a positive note. Definitely, I also see that you will be letting go of lot of toxic relationships or toxic people in your life. Something that has been troubling you in your mind from the past, or some bad experience will finally go away from your life. So that's a very, very good news, Leo. And I think I just want to give you one tip: avoid using the color black. All right, so all the best, Leo. Have a beautiful, blessed month, April 2020 ahead. Coming down to the next sun sign, Virgo. I'm also a Virgo, so let's quickly see how this month of April 2020 will be for all the Virgos out there. As far as the work, career, profession is concerned, I see lot of hard work, lot of effort being put in this month. And the good part is that somehow this month of April will start giving you the results, the fruits as well. So if at all you have been working really hard for something, for some particular goal, some particular thought in your mind, I think this is the month, Virgo, where I see results coming in by the end of the month. But I would recommend, try not to over stress out yourself, because I see that you are taking lot of tension, lot of stress, and you are really getting competitive about your work and your results and your career, and you are not maybe devoting enough time to your health. So you need to focus on your health also, because I see that excessive of work or excessive of ambition might have an adverse effect on your health. So please be careful of your health. If I also check a little bit about your finances, I think this is the month where I see some new creative ideas in terms of finances being generated. So keep up with the idea and don't just go by the spur of the moment, or don't just get driven by your emotions. Take consistent, take stable, take sorted decisions, but don't be in a hurry to enter into any kind of work or financial decision. All right, coming down to your love life, let's see what this month, April 2020, gets for your relationship and your personal life. I think you will be at peace, you will be contented with the way the things are going. I also see that this is a very calm, a very soothing month for you, where you will just stop thinking about others around you, and you will start resorting to the peaceful ways to live in your relationship. So if at all you were not sure about something or someone, or if there was some thought which was troubling you, you will suddenly start living with peace, and you will stop overthinking about that particular relationship or that particular person as well. Also, I see it's overall a very good month for the relationships, because I see that it's a great time for you to connect with your distant family members or with your long lost friends as well. So I see that there will be some kind of reunion, some some gathering where you will be able to connect well with all your friends, relatives and family as well, Virgo. So all the best. Have a beautiful month ahead, April to 2020. Coming down to the next sun sign, that is Libra. So if you are a Libran, then let me know in the comment section below if at all you are a Libra, and how this month will be for you, Libra. I think in terms as far as your work or your career is concerned, it will be a slow month where you might not be able to really implement lot of plans or thoughts that you are having in your mind. The devil card over here tells me that you might just feel a little bit constrained because of the environment or the circumstances, and as a result of which there will not really be much progress or much movement initially in this month. However, I see the last couple of days of April 2020 will has a little bit of speed, will pick up some speed, as I do see some energy coming up on the card. And I also see that by the time this month comes to an end, Librans, there could be some kind of travel plans that you might decide, which relates to your work. It could also be that at the work level some kind of transfer or internal or external transfer might get finalized. It could also be that you might have you might just end up booking tickets for some place which could be like a business trip or like a work concerned trip as well. Also, I see that the Ten of Swords tells me that, Libra, that maybe you need to take it a little bit easy on yourself and not be too harsh if something doesn't work out in your favor. So all you need to have is patience and patience. All right, coming down to your love life, let's see, Librans, how this month April 2020 will be for you as far as your work, as far as your personal life is concerned. I think that it's a month where I am seeing lot of twos over here, a lot of number twos over here. That means somewhere down the line I feel that you are confused about maybe two things or two people in your life. Maybe you are just confused about whether I should talk or not talk, whether I should confront or not confront. It could also be that maybe you are not able to balance out your work life and your personal life, as a result of which your personal life might get a bit upset. However, I see a new relationship, a new friendship by the time this month comes to an end, and I also see some kind of attraction developing towards something. So if at all if at all you are in a relationship, you need to be careful, because I do see some kind of diversion, some kind of maybe attraction developing towards something else or someone else. So you need to watch out your loyalty quotient this month, Libra. Nothing to worry about, it's just a guidance. So if at all you're feeling a little bit off track, make sure you work on it and you rectify it before things go out of your hand. All right, so have a great beautiful month ahead, Libra, 2020 April. Coming down to the sun sign of Scorpio. So if you are a Scorpion, let me know in the comment section below. And as far as your work life, your career life, your business, finances are concerned, Scorpio, I see that you are really working hard on your finances. I also see that this is a very good month where you will be able to reduce your liabilities or some kind of financial burden that you have been having for a long time. I also see some kind of small investments being done. So at a basic level, I see for finances, it's a very a very basic, a very good month where you will be focusing more on building a strong platform, a strong base for yourself, and getting rid of any kind of liabilities or burdens on yourself. Also, I see that as far as your work is concerned, as far as your your business is concerned, I see that there is some kind of successful news which will be coming, but it has to do something with starting something like a new business line or a new venture, or maybe looking out for a new job as well. So it will be a good news. However, it will come out in the form of maybe a blessing in disguise, where you might not really be able to understand the good news, but I think gradually with time it will be able to unveil itself in the form of a blessing itself. So even if things might seem a bit pessimistic initially, don't really go by it, because I feel that a pessimistic news can become an optimistic news by the month end. Also, I see that you are moving away from something, you are traveling away from something as far as your work is concerned. It could be possible that suddenly you are getting too bored of a particular pattern or of a work style, and you might just end up moving away from that, and as a result of that, you will be able to discover a new outlet for yourself, a new passion for yourself, a new work for yourself. So, which is why I said, even if something starts in a pessimistic manner, don't really go by the face value of it, because something pessimistic might become something very optimistic by the month end for you Scorpions. Also, I see that the competition or maybe the aggressiveness in your work is going down, and you're becoming more peaceful about the way things are in your life. All right, so work life is overall, I would say, pretty much average. Finances are the main focus point this month for you Scorpions. As far as your love life, your personal life is concerned, I think it's a time of gathering, of getting together, of reconnecting, and of expressing each other. So I think this is a month, Scorpio, for you that where I see you will be getting back in touch with lot of people in your life, with lot of your friends, relatives, colleagues as well. I also see it's a month of relaxation, of feeling light and easy and smooth about relationships. So even if initially the month will be a bit slow in your relationships and it might not be very exciting, that by the time the month comes to an end, Scorpio, I see a lot of celebration, happiness, gathering, get together, all of those stuff which will make you feel a bit more happy and enthusiastic about life. So that is all about you Scorpions. Have a beautiful month to a 20 April ahead. Capricorn. So if at all you are a Capricorn, let me know in the comment section below. Let's see how your career will be, Capricorn, this month. I see a lot of hard work, lot of struggle, lot of convincing around happening. You are trying to achieve something for a long time, and the good part is that finally I do see it happening. I do see success after a lot of result. However, I also see some kind of third party interference or competition around, because of which, Capricorn, maybe you should avoid telling or disclosing your plans to any other person until and unless it is achieved and you have achieved the results out of it. Also, I see that Capricorn, the Two of Cups over here tells me that कहीं ना कहीं मुझे ऐसा लगता है दैट आपके रिलेशनशिप, आपके करियर को लेकर आप बहुत ज़्यादा हैप्पी फील करोगे, बिकॉज आप फाइनली एक ऐसी किसी चीज़ को ढूंढ पाओगे. यू विल बी एबल टू डिस्कवर समथिंग इन योर वर्क, इन योर करियर, विच विल रियली गिव यू अ रीज़न फॉर गोइंग ऑन and not stopping at all. So in a nutshell, it's a good reading till now, Capricorn. If I speak about your relationships, your love life, I would just suggest try not to be so rigid or unforgiving in your relationships. Try to let go and try to try to give a bit of flexibility and liberty to the other party also. I see the Wands card over here, which tells me that you need to control your anger, your anxiety, maybe your the fire element is too much. So that means that because of an unintentional word or action, your relationships might suffer. And if at all you are in a relationship where things are not really working out, I would suggest that try not to enter into any kind of discussion or final decision at this during this month. April is not the best month for you to decide on your relationships conclusion, etc. And if I speak about your relationship with your own self, I feel that as far as your relationship with yourself is concerned, again the same card, the Emperor card, is coming. That means that you are trying to be too controlling or too rigid or too fixed about relationships or about emotions, and maybe you are, if at all you want to take a decision in your life, I would suggest, Capricorn, take it from your heart, don't take it from your mind, because if you take it from your mind you will end up hurting a lot of people around. So be careful of that. Focus more on emotions and less on your practicality and your mental logic and reasoning. Okay, Capricorn, all the best. Have a great beautiful month, April 2020 ahead. Coming down to Aquarius, so if you are an Aquarian, let me know in the comment section below of your sun sign. And if I speak about your career, your work life, your business, your finances, Aquarians, just one word: start being grateful and learn to practice the art of gratitude. Because just the moment, where you start taking things for granted, that's the moment where universe will give it back to you. So make sure you don't take anything for granted, and give lot of respect and love and appreciation to those around who are helping you in your work as well. As far as your progress is concerned, or as far as your finances are concerned, Aquarius, I would say that maybe if at all you have been thinking of buying something or putting in your money into something, hold on. That's all I would say. Maybe not the best time for the next couple of 1-2 months for you to invest into finances. Maybe it's a time where you need to just hold on to your money and read and research and analyze a lot before you really go into any kind of investment or venture, something like that. Also, I feel that emotionally you are contented, you are happy, you are stable, you are settled, but there will be an urge of greed inside you to achieve more, to crave for more, and not settling for anything less. But like I said, just the moment where you start taking things for granted and start expressing a feeling of greed and less of gratitude, that's the moment where karma will come back to you. Now, coming on that note, if I speak about karma, make sure you are doing good work, good charity, helping the others around, not pulling down or using criticizing words to other people. Try to use the word thank you as much as possible, Aquarians. Also spend some time maybe meditating and doing some kind of practice in the lines of spirituality, Aquarians, because I think this is the month where if you do good, you will get good back, and if you don't, then obviously you will have the adverse effect around. So make sure of that, Aquarians. Also, the good part is that I see some kind of blessing, some kind of exciting news, some kind of positive outcome coming, terms and conditions, if you follow a good karmic path. So I would say that the month end will really be full of surprises and some good news, some good results as well, Aquarians. But like I said, make sure you are not just hitting your head here and there, just because of the greed factor, and try to have your plans, all in sync, all in a synchronized manner, and try not to do too many things at the same time. All right, Aquarians, so if at all you are doing one thing, it's best not to jump into one more thing until and unless the first thing is already wrapped up. All right, so all the best, Aquarians. And for you also, I would recommend avoid using the color black, as it's not a favorable color for you this month. All right, so all the best, Aquarians. Have a beautiful month, April 2020 ahead. All right, coming to the sun sign Pisces. So if you are a Piscean, let me know in the comment section below that you are a Piscean. I want to see all the Pisceans out there who are watching this video. All right, coming down to your work life, Pisces, I see some kind of losses getting covered up, some kind of bad relationships getting removed from your life. As far as your work, as far as your business is concerned, maybe a troubling person at your workplace could just finally shift his or her workplace or profile maybe, and you will be able to feel mentally finally relaxed. All right, also I see that you will be able to achieve some kind of completion as far as your education and your skills are concerned. Invest time in learning more and building a strong knowledge base for yourself. As far as your relationships or your personal life is concerned, I would say, Piscean, that it's a time where somebody from the past, or from somebody whom you have been in connection with somewhere in the past, might just enter your life all over again, and there will be a spark again. There's a very high chance for that. Also, I see at the domestic front there could be some kind of conflicts, arguments, and gap or which is coming from lack of communication. So make sure you spend enough time, enough and more time with your partner, and don't take your partner for granted. And also, as I also see that you need to start balancing out your time well, and start sharing the responsibilities as well with your partner. I think it's a great month to generate some good karma, to generate some good karma as far as your relationships are concerned, Pisces. Also, a word of advice for you is that don't just spend your money randomly here and there, because money once gone will might not come back. So avoid lending money to people, or avoid just spending your money here and there just because you have excessive of it maybe. So try to hold on to your money, try to protect and care for your money, and respect for your money above and all. So that's all about you for Pisces. And one more word, one more advice is that take care of your health. I see some kind of back, or maybe some issue in the spinal cord, which might be a bit of concern this month. So all the best, and have a great beautiful month, April 2020 ahead. Sagittarius. So if at all you are a Sagittarius, let me know in the comment section below. Let's do a monthly reading for you, Sagittarius. Let's talk about your career, your work life, your business life, your finances. I see you are upset, or you are maybe mentally you are having too many thoughts, you are stressed out about something in your life. I would just say let it all go one by one, because Sagittarius, I ultimately see that there is no fruitful result of all of this stress and tension that you are taking in. I see that you are too much, you are under some kind of mental burden or something like that, Sagittarius, out of no reason at all. It could be possible that you are wanting to do something in your career, but nothing really is working out, and as a result of that बहुत ज़्यादा stress tension ले रहे हैं इस time पे Sagittarius. I see some kind of negativity as well around you. So Sagittarius, I would recommend you that first of all, stop telling people about your plans until and unless it is implemented and executed and achieved. Okay, so let success talk for you, and you don't talk before you achieve success is the mantra for you, Sagittarius. If I speak about your relationships, I feel a lot of contentment, happiness, support, in fact, coming from the people around you. I see that you need more of water element, you need more of friends, relatives, and good people around you. I also see that you should be using more of the color green this month, Sagittarius, because somehow I feel it's a very upsetting or slow or very like there isn't much movement as such. But the good part is that all the lows in your work and in your career will be compensated for and taken care of by your relatives, your friends, your family, your social circle around. I think for relationships it's a very good news. And if at all you have been trying to do something in a relationship or get some positivity in your life, it will all come from your relationships. So all the best, Sagittarius. Just one word, just one mantra, like I told you, whatever stress, whatever worry, whatever tension you are going through, please don't take it, because it is all temporary. And maybe in the next 9 to 10 days from the starting of the month, it will all start going away. So you should not end up regretting about why you wasted your time by worrying and taking too much of tension. All right, Sagittarius. So just chill, just be happy, just be optimistic, and count your blessings in the form of your relationships around. So that's about for the monthly reading of April 2020. Let me know in the comment section below which sun sign you belong to, and how did you resonate with the reading which I shared. I know it was too short and too crisp of a reading, but I hope you connected well with it. And if you feel that you want me to speak for longer time on each of the sun sign, let me know in the comment section below. And yes, before I sign off, do remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel so that you get notifications of any such videos in the future. You can also follow me on my social handle at Facebook and Instagram. I will share the link on this video somewhere over here. All right, so take care, have a beautiful blessed day and spiritual month April 2020 ahead. Stay safe, stay spiritual, stay successful. Signing off. Om Sai Ram.